When I moved to Manila for work, I told myself that I could handle anything. Brownouts, traffic, rent so high it made my nose bleed, whatever. But nothing prepared me for the apartment beside mine. I live on the 6th floor of an old building in Sampaloc. It's one of those cheap, concrete-walled places with paint flaking like old scabs and a smell of rust that never goes away. The kind where you can hear everything your neighbors do. Karaoke on Fridays, fights on Sundays, sometimes both. When I first moved in, the unit next to mine was empty. The caretaker said the last tenant left suddenly and never came back. He laughed when I asked why. Maybe just a ghost, he said. I laughed too, back then. A few weeks later, I started hearing voices and noises through the wall at night. Not music, just knocking at first. 3 slow knocks. Then 3 more. At first, I thought it was plumbing, but one night, half asleep, I decided to knock back. The knocking stopped. Then, exactly the same rhythm. I froze. I didn't knock again. The next morning, I asked the caretaker if someone had finally moved in next door. He frowned. No one's rented that unit yet, Mum. It's still empty. He even unlocked it and let me peek inside. The room was bare. No furniture. No smell of cooking or cigarettes or anything that said someone had been living there. Just a faint water stain on the wall that looked suspiciously like a handprint. Some weeks passed. The knocking continued every few nights, always between 1 a.m. and 3 a.m. I started recording it on my phone. At first, it was faint. Then, over time, louder, like someone was getting closer to the wall. One night, I played the recording back with headphones. That's when I realized there were whispers underneath the knocks. I couldn't make out the words, but I swear I made my name. Last week, the power went out again. The whole block, pitch black. I was sitting by the window trying to get some air when I heard the knocks again. But this time, they weren't from the wall. They were from inside my apartment. Right behind me. I turned, phone flashlight shaking in my hand, and the beam hit the wall. There on the plaster were 3 fresh dents, like knuckles had pressed straight through from the other side. Something was breathing through them. I moved out the next morning. I didn't even ask for my deposit back. But last night, my friend from work texted me. She'd just rented an apartment in Sampaloc. Same building, same floor. She said the caretaker told her she's lucky. The last unit just opened up. The one beside it has been empty for months. If you ever move into a cheap apartment in Manila and the caretaker says the neighbor's place is empty, don't knock, even if it knocks first.